because we've got to talk about something that I think is going to be beneficial for a lot of us. And one of those, and what that is when you no longer have to say, could you repeat that? What did you say? Oh, I missed what you said. This is the GoHearing Prime Rechargeable Hearing Aids. And if you feel like it's time for you, if you feel like, you know, I am missing more than I'm getting, and I need a device that's gonna help me in my everyday life, give us a few minutes on this presentation. Lori, when it comes to hearing aids and being kind of having hearing issues, it can be like an isolating kind of issue.
It's very isolating.
Yes.
It's very isolating. And for a lot of people, it just is that quality of life issue where you're missing out on things, or you feel bad asking, what was that? What'd you say? What'd you say? So then you stop asking, right? So then you really don't know what's going on, and you're feeling like you're a part of your family, away from your family, I should say. You want to feel like you're a part of your family again. This could change everything. The steps have really changed with the over-the-counter. I love these hearing aids because now you don't have to go through all the steps. I will never forget my dad, towards the end of his life, he just was having such a hard time understanding what people were saying. And for a long time there, Tamara, he said, what was that? What was that? I didn't hear it. I didn't catch it. Can you repeat it? We were starting to get, you know, it's a little frustrating for us, right? And then he got frustrated having to ask, and then he stopped asking. So with this could change everything. So what my dad finally had to do, and he was having that perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment. This is for people just like you, or just like my dad, dealing with that. If you have this issue, this could be a great solution for you, because you don't have to do all the steps my dad had to do. He had to go to his primary caregiver, and that doctor then sent him with a referral to an audiologist, got the hearing test. Then after the hearing test, had to go to the hearing aid place, had to do all the fittings. Yes. It was like all these various steps. Oh, and then they hit him with the bill. Oh. And it was over $5,000. Oh, and they couldn't be returned. So if you hated them, then there's nothing you could do about it. What we love about the Go Prime hearing aids from GoHearing, not only is the parent company here, HearX. So HearX is a global audiology leader in hearing aid technologies. Have you heard of Lexi and Lexi powered by Bose? This is the same parent company. What I think is so nice about the Go Prime is that these do not rely on an app or a smartphone. So you don't have to have a smartphone, you don't have to have an app. These are now over-the-counter hearing aids, digital hearing aids with tons of features, not just amplifiers, that are gonna give you a great experience at home. Oh, and if you don't love them, you can send them back, and they don't break the bank, and you don't have to go get a hearing test. This is a way for you to be able to take matters into your own hands and possibly have something that can enhance your life. I think if you're struggling right now, it's worth it to give them a try.
You know, some of you are listening to that and you're saying, wait a minute, that just sounds like everything that I've been looking for and struggling to find. You found it right here. And we're gonna give you a chance to hear the difference with and without. While you're listening, while you're watching, I want you to go ahead and take this item number down, because I know you're gonna wanna pick up the hearing aids for yourself, 841046. And you can do that on hsn.com while you're listening to our demonstration.
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals. Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them. Oh, I think they're coming from...
Looking for our beer specials? So tonight, in addition to our usual lineup of IPAs, we've got some great There's a pale ale from one of our brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into.
I love hearing the difference there, because did you notice that without, when they were off, it sounded like everything was underwater. And
So
it was
muffled.
all muffled. And
Yeah.
could you imagine having to kind of fight your way through and figure out what somebody's saying?
Right.
Instead of doing that, there's an easier way.
Yeah, this is so much better. Give this a try if you're struggling right now. The beautiful thing too is you're not dealing with the little teeny tiny batteries. I will never forget with my dad's hearing aids. He hated them. They did not fit well. So you don't have to deal with batteries. These are rechargeable with a recharging case. I'll tell you that in just a moment. But real quick, let me show you how sleek, slim, sophisticated looking these are. I'm gonna pop this one right in. You're getting 3 different sizes of ear tips here, and you're getting 2 sets of each. So you may need the medium, which are preloaded. You may need a smaller one to fit your ear canal, or you may need large. We have you covered with that customizable fit. So I'm gonna pop it right in. All you do is you push it until it suctions, and once it's in, you can feel that it's securely in. And here's the beautiful thing. Again, not just an amplifier. This is actually refining the sounds coming into this hearing aid so that it makes voices clearer. You have 6 different channels and 12 different bands. The more channels and bands you have, the better the sound quality. We'll talk about how easy the adjustments are because, again, no need for a smartphone or an app. My dad, he was never gonna mess with that. That just wasn't something he was gonna be comfortable to be able to have to finesse it to try to make it sound good. There's one button on these, so I'll show you how they work in just a moment. But let's get back to that recharging case because no need to grab those little tiny batteries that you're constantly buying all the time. My dad, with his super expensive $5,000, $6,000 hearing aids, was always saying, well, they're dead again. So we were constantly digging those little batteries out, buying more, putting them in. I was sitting there with little tools trying to do it all the time. With your Go Prime hearing aids, you have 30 hours of nonstop use. Okay, and then the case delivers an additional 6 charges on the go. So 180 hours, and then we include for you the cable and the wall plug to be able to plug these in and keep your case refreshed. But think about this, you're going out of town for, 6 days. You can just take your hearing aids and you don't even have to bring your charging cable because it's that powerful of a charge on your recharging case.
You know, some people said you had me at no battery. You had me at no having to
Right.
change that and having to do that. And whether this is for you or maybe you are looking at this and considering this for your loved one because you're the one who's kind of looking out for solutions to the issue, because a lot of times when there's a loved one in our life who's hearing impaired, it affects everybody, not just that one person. And if you are saying, oh, you have to talk louder, you have to look directly at them, there's a lot of kind of adjustments that you make because you know it's difficult for them to hear. And it's not their fault, it just happens, There is a solution that doesn't have to be expensive and you don't have to commit until you like them. Because we do have, even with these, our 30-day return policy. Just as Lori, when you were saying all of the steps that your dad had to go through and all of the money, and then at the end of the day, whether it worked or not, you bought it, it's yours.
It was a huge investment.
It is.
And actually on these, we offer a 45-day return policy. So we've extended it to give you an additional 2 weeks to live with these and just see if you're gonna fall in love with them. I would try them if you're having issues, if you're having a hard time hearing somebody, if you don't wanna have to go through all of those steps or spend all of that money. This is such a nice option from one of the #1 leaders. I believe HearX is the #1 global brand when it comes to hearing aid technologies. And real quick, I wanna show you, because they do just suction right in, so you just have to press and then they stay right in. You have that feedback cancellation, so you don't hear the like you used to with some of the old school hearing aids. This also has noise reduction, but look at it. It looks like I'm wearing an earbud, right?
Yes.
So this is gonna take the stigma away, I believe, from wearing hearing aids. If you're concerned about how you feel with something in your ear that's a hearing aid, or if you're concerned about how others might perceive you because you are wearing hearing aids, these are so discreet.
Right.
Anyone that sees you with these, I believe they're gonna think that you've got earbuds in.
Yeah, they
right?
really
They're
will.
so sleek.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw the case, when I was thinking about, wait a
You're
minute.
like, oh, cute earbuds.
Yeah, and all of the technology that has gone into these, and then at the end of the day, they're also attractive. You don't, like you said, you don't have that stigma. You don't have to feel uncomfortable with it. We don't have stigma about wearing glasses. If we need glasses, we need glasses.
True. Absolutely.
If you need to hear, you need to hear. And that's what this is all about. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need, like Lori was saying, you don't need an app. You don't need to connect and do all of that. You just need to say, I'm gonna try them. And if you've said, as you're watching and as you're listening, you know what, I think that's what I need. I think I wanna try it. Go to hsn.com, use the QR code if you feel comfortable there, use the HSN app, or you can always call us. You can do, we make it very simple and very easy, and we send it right on out to you, and you use it, and you try it, and you find the fit that works for you. And Lori, as we see everything that we're getting.
Yeah, you get a huge kit.
Yes, you get everything that you need, including a way to clean it, a way to keep the humidity down.
Yep, so you
get all
have
of it.
a dehumidifying system here, because we all know humidity, moisture, not the the front of any electronics, especially if it's going in your ear. So you're gonna, every once in a while, grab one of these tablets, put it right here in this container along with your hearing aids, and it's gonna draw that humidity out of your hearing aids. We're getting a cleaning kit. That's all coming included as well, so you can keep it clean and refreshed. You're getting your hearing aids, so basically everything that you need, in addition to the ear tips, you're getting 2 different sets of 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. These are preloaded with medium, but if you need the smaller ear tips like I need, they are included for you, the larger ones as well. And then let me show you the button, because there's one button on here that you use to adjust. This is why with Go Prime, you're not dealing with that app. You don't have to have a smartphone. There's nothing complicated to this. I will tell you, you know, there's no way my dad would have done that. Absolutely would not have been in his wheelhouse to be able to do that. So take a look at this. There's this teeny button right here at the top. Can you see it? It's just right here. This is how you adjust your volume. You've got 8 different levels of volume on each of your hearing aids. You could have one a little higher. Maybe the hearing in your right ear is a little worse and you want to be on level 7. And maybe the hearing in your left ear is just fine and you want to be on level 1. You'll be able to tap that button to get to the level you want it at, and then it will remember it and keep it there for you. So you never have to mess with it again unless your hearing changes and you want to be able to adjust these. You're also getting 3 modes. So this comes in medium mode, but maybe like you were saying, if your hearing sounds like we were showing you in the video and it sounds very muddled or muddy or, you know, it just sounds like you're underwater basically, you need to put this in high mode, and that's going to restore for you some of the treble sounds. However, if you're hearing things that everything sounds really high pitched and tinny, put this in low mode and that's going to restore some of the bass sounds. Otherwise, everyone else is going to be in medium, but the great thing is you can individually adjust these.
Yes.
So one could be one way and one could be the other way, and because it has that built-in memory, they will remember your choices.
I love that. Let me ask
Awesome.
you a quick question, and this might be a dumb question. Do I have to wear both?
You don't.
I
You
could
don't
just wear
have to wear
one.
one. Of course you can. Yes, you can just wear one. And you don't have to live in these. Maybe you get them home and you are going to live in them because you want to be able to hear, you know, your pastor in church on Sunday. You want to be able to understand what people are saying in movies and on TV shows. Or maybe it's just a dinner party coming up and you want to be a part of the conversation. Maybe it's, you know, hearing the specials in the restaurant, whatever it is, all of these things. Or maybe you're just going to put it in once in a while for those occasions. You might keep them in all day. It really depends on your needs. But these are so comfortable. And with 180 hours of battery life with this recharging case, 30 hours on a single charge of your Go Prime hearing aids, and then all of those additional charges, 6 additional charges in the case, we really couldn't have made this more convenient. It's so, so convenient, so easy, so comfortable, so sleek. They disappear. And again, why not try them
I mean,
if you're struggling?
I think about all the technology that's gone into these.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the convenience and the ease of use. And they look amazing and they feel good and they work well. You've got that clarity. And I look at our price and I think, I wouldn't be surprised if these had cost more. But then I look at if you were going to purchase everything separately, with this entire bundle, if you were going to purchase everything separately, you'd be paying over $483 for what you're getting today for $299. And actually, if you want to spread that payment out, and I encourage you to, it just makes it even more comfortable and affordable. You're getting these home and you're trying them out for $60. That's the flex pay. And you can use any major credit card. And the shipping is free. And we'll send them out to you. And if they're not right, you send them back. Because we do have our return policy, about 45 days, as you were saying. So you've got time to figure it out and find that right mix for you so that you can hear your loved ones. As a matter of fact, if you missed earlier, when we shared the sound quality, let's take a listen to that again.
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals. Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them. Oh, I think they're coming from...
Looking for our beer specials? So tonight, in addition to our usual lineup of IPAs, we've got some great beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into.
You know, I loved that last demonstration because how many times have you been to a restaurant?
Right.
And let's say your hearing is fine and you still can't hear what they're saying.
So much background noise.
Yes, imagine
Yes.
somebody who is having issues with hearing. This is the thing, and I talk to those of you who need it and those of you who have a loved one who need it. Get it, you take the step to order these for them, because sometimes it takes us a long time to do things for ourselves that we need, but for our loved one, we will jump right on out there. I want you to go ahead and pick these up for your loved ones. We've got them at 841-046. You've got free shipping. You've got FlexPay, which makes it $60. You're getting everything that you need, and if you were gonna buy all of this separately, you'd be paying closer to $500. You've got it today. Please do not miss out. Lori, thank you for bringing
Thank
these
you
in.
so much. It's been so good seeing you, Tamara. I love it.
You too. Are you on later on today?
2 o'clock. I'll be back at 2 o'clock.
All right, we'll see you back at 2.
Can't wait.
You can keep shopping and do not miss out on anything, all right? And if you are shopping with us on hsn.com,